Hello, my lovely little Titans, and welcome to another weekly hangout of Randomness. Glad to see you all. I'm sorry last week I wasn't able to. We were at Fan Expo in Denver, so wasn't really able to stream all that well. But how have you guys been? How was your week? Last couple weeks, I guess. Anything interesting? Anything cool? I do have some stuff to share with you. I found an article I actually really liked, and I wanted to show you some of the stuff we got at con. Hello, Rose. Hello, Wolf. Good to see you both. Yes, I'm doing very well, and so is my family. Had a very good week. I actually had a very productive last couple of weeks. I'm very pleased to say. I have filmed in another video, started filming a second one, and I have plans for a third. And then after I finish those three up, I'm going to then move on to the modern AU, or we said they were all in high school. I'm going to do that. Or they were all working in high school. I'm going to do that one. And then I actually filmed some try not to sing dance challenges, anime video, voice quiz, stuff like that, just to kind of give some filler for you guys. So there will be other videos coming out that aren't necessarily cosplay, but kind of fun, just, seeing me struggle greatly in those try not to sing or dance challenges. And, just kind of get some different content while you guys wait for more of the cosplay to come out. Con was excellent, actually, Wolf. It was really fun. We didn't go to any panels. There wasn't really any that we were wanting to see. But we spent a lot of time in Artist Alley, kind of going around, perusing, getting really cool stuff. So I'll show you guys some of that. You can actually kind of see one poking out right there. Let's see. Hey guys, sorry it's been a while. That's all right, Harmony. Glad to see you. Hope you're feeling better. Hope everything's going well with you. And mine and only, I believe that's CV. So hello, CV. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Now, I'm going to do a short video on the stuff we got at con, just so everybody can see exactly what we got. And I'm going to give out the information on how to order either the item or like items from that individual, because I do want to promote some of the artists on here. So I will include that information as well in the video. Lightsaber, oh God. Don't get me started on that lightsaber. So Ultra Saber, just huge lightsaber company, was at Comic-Con, and my husband, Tech, got one. He's doing an amazing cosplay with it, but the only thing that I'm exasperated about is when we got it, he dismantled it to correctly transport it. We got it back. The stupid pole that's supposed to be the lightsaber part broke. So now he has to order another one. He's going to order basically their indestructible one. So yeah, that was. I'll show you that. I think it's over there in my closet. I think it's going good. My family's just nice, Harmony. Very nice. Yeah, what kind of cookie? All right. While we're waiting for that, I will show you what I bought. So we went to Gamer Heaven, right? Tech, correct me if I'm wrong. Gamer Heaven collectibles. If you've been on TikTok, on that side of TikTok, you might have seen them. They have a lot of really cool collectibles. I actually got one. Hopefully this shows up, but it is it's Aaron. I haven't opened it yet, but this is Aaron. I had to. It's the only one like this I own. I don't have anything this big, but it's really cool, and I'm thinking I'm going to put it on my desk. So why not? Yep, Aaron, yep. And then behind me is this really beautiful wall scroll that we bought from this really, really sweet artist. I'm also going to include her information in my video. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. You can see it. I'll show it more in the video, but just to give you an idea, that is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Oh no. Come on, camera. There we go. There we go. But it is a beautiful full wall scroll. We love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I will also include her information in the video so you guys can order one of your own if you'd like. Wonderful. She's my mom. Nice. I love that ear. I do too. I thought it was fantastic. It was really fitting since I went as I went as 19-year-old Aaron, I guess future Aaron. I don't know, what do you want to call him? Current Aaron. For con. Give me 1 second. All right, and this is the lightsaber. I don't know if it will show up. There we go. So it's a really pretty orange color. Shows up really bright in here, but it actually looks like a real lightsaber here. Yeah, it looks like a real lightsaber in the camera. But this is the one that Tech got. It was a blind bag, so it was one of those random mystery ones. Didn't know what he was going to get, and he got a really cool one, so that was awesome. I will also include that in the video coming for that. Okay. Hi, Ash. Good to see you back. Hope you've been doing well, and I hope life has settled down for you a bit. We can call him Older Aaron. Okay, Older Aaron. We are still trying to figure out a name as right now. Oh, what ideas do you have so far, Harmony? I got an error. Nice. What is it, Ash? Harmony. Cool. Chief will be painted this evening. Oh, yes. He's doing this whole samurai Jedi thing. Oh, not Jedi. Yes, Sith. Samurai Sith cosplay. And he has this huge PVC pipe that he's using as the sheath. And he's going to be painting it and drilling it so it looks more authentic, and then wrapping in some parts of it in ribbon, all sorts of things. He's got some plans. And his cosplay looks amazing for next year. We're going to have to do an unboxing. I don't do Jedi. I don't do Star Wars on this channel, so no. But yeah, that's most of what we got at. I went to the emergency room for my wrist. Might be a sprain and carpal tunnel. Ooh. That just made my wrist hurt. Sorry, dude. That sucks. Well, I hope they figure it out, and I hope it's nothing too serious. I'd rather have like a sprain than carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel they can fix with surgery. A sprain, you just need to wrap it, and that's a lot better, in my opinion. Luna. Is it supposed to be Lily or Killy? It's cute either way. And Giselle. I'm partial to Luna. but don't take my opinion into account. It's fine. Yeah, that's all the really cool stuff we got at con. We got some stickers and stuff. Well, my daughter got stickers. They just handed them out to her for free. Tech got these really derpy looking Pokemon ones from the same person we got the really cool wall scroll from. It's got some derpy Pokemon stickers, which were pretty cool. So they were hilarious. I might include some of them. They were great, like on point, wonderful. I really want to cosplay someday, but a lot of cons don't really come to New Orleans. Maybe not to New Orleans, but I do know a lot in Texas. I know they have MomoCon a lot, so I would recommend going there. If you don't have any cons in your like immediate area, look for the around area. Like where I live, we have no cons. We had one con, and that still pisses me off to this day. But I digress. I go to the one that's pretty close, state-wise, so I just go there. But yeah, you don't have to go in your state. Go to the others. It might be a little more expensive. You might have to put out for a hotel, but it's not a bad thing. It's really nice and it's a great experience, especially if it's with people that you really want to see. I have to go out to the video, bye guys. Bye, CV. Anyway, who's ready for my food? We are always ready, Ash. Tech got a book. Yes, he did. He got a book. That's basically like an anti-gamer becomes a gamer out of uh-oh. Okay, maybe it went back. I love Giselle because then I can call you Zelly friend. That's cute. That is cute. You let me make you collapse in the way up. Okay, so we stayed at the Hyatt Regency, which was literally right across from the convention center where we were going to con. Did that on purpose because I didn't want to walk, take public transport. Well, I didn't want to walk too far, take public transport, or drive, trying to find parking. So we parked. So we stayed at the hotel across the street, parked our car for 2 nights, and we walked. And it was a very short walk. And we were staying on the 29th floor. Stayed on the 29th floor of this amazing hotel. And the elevator was horrible. And going up wasn't too bad. I mean, you felt pressure, but it wasn't bad. Going down was terrifying because you would go from floor 22 to 5 in like 5 seconds. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But it was really pretty. It was an amazing hotel. Just the elevator was less than pleasant. 10 years my school says, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rose. Harmony, I have to go. I'll be able to stay longer next time. I'm just getting ready to watch a movie. That's all good, Harmony. I'm glad you were able to stop in. Good to see you. And I hope you enjoy your movie. Bye-bye. My oldest niece turned 15, man. I feel old. I was 15 in 7 months when she was born. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I feel old thinking about how I think he's still my godson. My godson was born when I was 18, and I'm 27 now. So that kid's almost 10. That's crazy. Or he just turned 10. Something like that. He's either almost or about to turn 10. Well, he's either almost or is 10. So, all right. So I actually found an article that made me die. It's 10 ways Jean would be a better match for Mikasa than Eren in Attack on Titan. I don't know who published it per se. It says cbr.com. But I thought it was an interesting article. I thought they made some really good points, actually. So I'll go over the points and we can, discuss this. So number 10, Jean's attraction to Mikasa evolved over the years. So they go into how initially Jean only liked her for the biotech. So it goes into how Jean was only interested in Mikasa initially because she looked cute. But as the series went on, it became very apparent that his attraction evolved from just superficial to more into her for her talent, her brains, all that good stuff. Finding the season 1, season 2. Okay, very cool. I'm liking this so far, Ash. Number 9, Mikasa and Eren have an unhealthy dynamic. I agree with this. More than just romantic. I agree with this because fundamentally it seems correct. And I know I'm playing it living story and so forth. Okay, that's fine. Mine just did too. It said it was having trouble reconnecting later. So they go on to say, Eren and Mikasa have a kind of codependent dynamic. Eren pushed her away and verbally abused and hurt the person who looked out for him so long. Plus, Mikasa's unwavering loyalty is concerning. The article goes on to say it borders on overprotective at best and bizarre cleanliness at worst. I agree. I know where's the line. It also seems like she has no self-respect because of how she feels needed to protect Aaron and keep him around despite conflict of interest. Yes, very much so. Yes, of course Aaron would have those animal instincts. Mikasa and Jean have a few wholesome interactions in the series. So I agree with this, that one of the biggest shortcomings of Mikasa's character is she didn't have much interaction with anybody besides Armin and Aaron. Aaron obviously being the most, Armin being second. So she didn't have a lot, but when she did, the scenes were really good, and especially those she shared with Jean. So they've shown to be protective of each other. They've shown to have really wholesome interactions when they do, and Jean has rushed out to save her from Titans on several occasions. So there's obviously something more there. Number 7, Jean wanted to protect her from inheriting Aaron's attack Titan. Because of course she volunteered as soon as Aaron said that he wanted to Armin needs a girlfriend. I think Annie is his girlfriend. But of course, when going back to this, when Aaron said, I want somebody to take over for me, Mikasa volunteered, but Jean shot that down and instead volunteered for her. Instead, Ash, we were we saw that he gets more aggressive and animalistic, so we were trying to see where that goes. So where does that go? And Jean in the article did point out that because of her Ackerman descent, it might not be a great idea, great combination to have an Ackerman be a Titan holder, and I can agree with that. Okay. Number 6 is a cute one. He drew a picture of her before he even met her because he saw her in a dream, and he was very struck by how much she looked like that girl that he drew, and that's partially where the initial attraction came from. Number 5 is hilarious. Jean is not a mass murderer. Unlike Aaron, Jean did not wipe out 80% of the world's population. Of course, we're all still debating whether or not the rumbling was truly justified. That gives soulmate vibes, right? Like that. Aaron has a long track record of reckless behavior, but starting the rumbling takes the cake. Jean and Mikasa were both against the rumbling, along with Armin, Levi, Hanji, and everyone freaking else. Number 4, Jean saw Mikasa in a dream about their future. He saw her as the mother of his child. That obviously shows that his progression of feelings has developed further than just the basic, oh, she's cute. He actually can envision a future, a very realistic future with her as his wife, as his partner. And it's really sweet, actually. It's one of those things that obviously gave him hope, gave him a drive to survive, to live to see it. And this leads into, he's never hurt Mikasa's feelings at all. Aaron deeply hurt Mikasa when he said that she's essentially a brainless sheep who only follows him around because of her bloodline, and she has no free will. He also said that he hated her, despite their long history. However, this was a lie to purposely push her away for the sake of the plan, but it was nonetheless terrible and ruined his likability. Jean never obviously said any of that. But he did get upset on her behalf when it became obvious that Aaron was mistreating her. And yeah, why wouldn't you? Mikasa wouldn't have to babysit Jean, obviously. He can handle himself. Jean's far more reasonable, level-headed than Aaron ever was, and it's why they butt heads so often. The biggest flaw with Mikasa is that her character revolves around Aaron, which I agree with. Without Aaron, Mikasa has no personality. They actually depicted that really well in Attack on Titan Junior High, where Aaron was late for the dodgeball game and Mikasa went into hibernation mode. And based off of this, the article goes on to say if she were matched with Jean, their relationship would be healthier, more productive, and less codependent. I could understand that. And number 1, Jean has always liked Mikasa. So Aaron, it goes on and it says exactly what we've discussed here, which is Aaron and Mikasa's relationship was one-sided for most of the series. Mikasa obviously having interest and Aaron obviously having none. Even though Aaron eventually admitted that he only wanted to be with Mikasa in the future, it was already too late. It seemed really stupid. And the article agrees, saying he was close to death, killed off a lot of people, and it just seemed like a desperate plea of, I want to be normal, or something similar. Jean has actually always liked Mikasa. He knew about her feelings for Aaron, and he respectfully kept his distance for years. And maybe if things had played out differently, it wouldn't have been so unrequited. So that was the article. I wholeheartedly agree with it. Jean would have been better for so many reasons, and I feel really bad that she never got over her feelings for Aaron. I don't know what drove her to being so dependent and so into Aaron when he obviously was. It's one of those things where it's like, are you just into them because they're not into you, or are you so into them and you can't really take it out of your personality anymore? Is it just who you are now? Because that's really sad and that's really painful. That has to be. Sean be like, Mikasa, you're my soulmate. Mikasa's like, but I love Aaron. Me be like, Mikasa, he doesn't like you. He doesn't have feelings for you. I wanted to scream that so many times at her when she was trying to make her, like, I guess almost kiss in the end of season 2. Season 2. Yeah, season 2. That was so obviously Mikasa initiating and Mikasa going through with it. Aaron was just kind of like dumbfounded with the whole situation. I don't even think it was one of those times when it's like a 15, 16-year-old boy just doesn't know what he's doing. I think it was more one of those like, what's this woman doing? And it would have been a very weird situation. I'm really glad they didn't go through with that scene. Then Grossbird says, higher senses, such as sight in the dark too. Oh my god. Damn, Aaron becomes awesome. Yeah, but she really should have ended up with Jean. Mikasa, he has shot you down so many times, he doesn't like you. Again, the only time he seemed to give her attention was when she got her hair cut like Levi. I will forever make that joke because it's so weird. She gets her hair cut super short, very reminiscent of Levi. A little more feminine, but very reminiscent. And then Aaron's like, oh yeah, I'm into her. Like, what is this? You just wishing Levi had tits or something? Like, what the hell? I'm pretty sure if Levi had shown any like slightly more interest in Aaron, it would have been Aaron would have just like fallen on him. Like it would have just been Aaron and Levi. That would have been it. And I mean, Levi did show his own interest in his own way, but Aaron's dense. Aaron's very dense. Yes. Mikasa, who sent the ending of Attack on Titan season 4. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to. I'm planning on suffering. I mean, watching it soon. Again, I can't. It makes me sad to think it's ending. It just, and the way it's ending, I do not like the way it's ending. I get that Isayama. I mean, Isayama wanted everybody to die. Just go with that. We never anticipated a super happy ending for Attack on Titan, but leaving people alive and killing off the main character and turning him into the villain is just terrible. Oh, go ahead. I don't think anybody. I mean, Wolf, do you care if there are spoilers? I mean, we talk about the ending all the time. Or I do. I don't care about spoilers. I knew over a year ago how this was going to end because of YouTube. So it's like if you don't want to know how something ends, don't go to YouTube until you're caught up. But then you can't get caught up because most of the time it's the manga that's come out first and then the series will come out. So unless you're caught up with the manga, you're not really safe to go on YouTube. I don't care how long it's been. I'm still sorry about Slash. Yeah, that... Can we just point out that Gabby Braun has some of the toughest plot armor in the existence of anime? Like, she has beyond Goku levels of plot armor, okay? That girl somehow got on board an airship that was leaving and then fired off a really good shot into Sasha, which if it had been any other series, it would have just paralyzed her. Because I'm going to point this out in the Killing Joke for Batman DC, Barbara Gordon suffered the same kind of injury, and she was just paralyzed from the waist down. So Sasha should have been just paralyzed, but Isayama decided it was a killing blow. But Gabby, oh my god. And then this girl, as Aaron is running, gets off a perfect shot to sever his head. Like, and she doesn't die during any of this. She doesn't get injured, nothing. And they let this 9-year-old run around like nothing. I had offed her as soon as she killed Sasha. Like, I don't know why Jean and Connie didn't just push her out of the airship. That would have been my reaction, but Aaron smelling here, so good that in field. Ooh, nice. I like it. I think he's about to enter. Damn. That's amazing. In the manga, when Aaron died, Mikasa kissed her. Yes! I thought that was so creepy. I thought that was a little much. Like, I get the whole giving him a nice send-off kind of thing, but that was just weird. That was honestly just weird. You kiss his decapitated head and then you carry it like this. I don't know. It baffles me. And they did Levi very dirty. This man had the best plot. It's like they traded plot armor. They're like, okay, so we have this tiny little girl who we're just going to introduce at the very end, and she's going to be she's going to have this amazing plot armor, and then we're going to have Captain Levi over here, who has been with us since the latter half of season 1, one of the most popular characters, and we're going to have all this happen to him. He's going to lose his fingers. He's going to have his face scarred up. He's going to basically lose an eye, and then he loses his leg. It makes him a useless soldier. And I get that was probably the point to force him into retirement, because Levi would never go into retirement. But at the same time, you have all this shit happen, and then you have Gabby, who killed Sasha, who tried to kill Aaron, all this, and she's taking care of Levi at the end. She and Falco. She and Falco are taking care of Levi at the end. Does any of this seem right to you guys? Because I think this is wrong. Like, I get Gabby had a change of heart at the end, but for the love of God, no. Poor Armin, because he saw it and then they saw Emir. Oh, God. That Emir. Let me tell you, that Emir. I felt sorry for her. I feel like they did her dirty too. I get it's supposed to be tragic backstory and everything, but I understand why, because she was too young. You guys want to talk about Aaron and Levi's age difference. I use that loosely because back then it didn't matter. Really didn't matter. Age difference didn't matter. Because, I mean, you had 80-year-olds marrying 16-year-olds so they could have children and nasty others. So, but Emir Fritz was how old when she got with the king? And they had 3 children together in 13 years. So, everybody wants to bitch about Aaron and Levi, but we're ignoring that. It doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. So it was that for death for Levi's art. They did Emir and her daughter's dirty. I agree. I think, and I understand why, because Emir was a slave. She didn't know any better. I mean, she even got her tongue back because being a Titan, she healed, obviously. But she never spoke, really. And then she died. And she had powers that could have taken down empires, and she didn't do it for herself. She didn't do anything. She just wanted to serve the people. I think she should have been badass, and she should have been the one running things for Eldia. But that's just me. And then what they did to the daughters was so weird. They watched their mother die in place of their father, and then their father takes her body and makes them eat it. We all make fun of Grisha's A+ parenting. I think we really need to just look at the piece of scum that was King Fritz. He didn't want to lose that power, so he made his daughters become cannibals at a young. I'm not even gonna say the young age thing makes a difference. It would have been gross even as an adult. But I mean, they were already traumatized by watching their mother die before their eyes, and now you're making them eat her. You should have eaten the fucking thing yourself. If you wanted that power, not your children. Ymir could have killed the king, right? She should have, but she wasn't because she was loyal. I feel like that's where the Ackerman loyalty came from. It didn't come from. It didn't come from any. It came from Ymir's like unbiased, just true loyalty to King Fritz, even though he treated her and their daughters terribly. That's where the Ackerman loyalty came from. Because I mean, the Ackermans are a result of Titan science, so that's where it came from. You could have done what the Brothers Grimm did and put it in a stew. Yeah, you could have made it a little more appetizing than, here's your mother's corpse. Eat. My God. Oh my God. And I mean, I get it. I really do. It's an adult manga. It's supposed to have those hard subjects, but damn it, Sayama, you got a good storyteller. You're a really good storyteller, but are you okay mentally? Like, by the time that you get this, did you just have nothing left, no humanity left, so you're like, it, and you just wrote whatever you want, and the only thing your editors did was tell you to keep the ending not where everybody dies. So I feel like that's where he got to the point where he's so fed up with all of it that he just decided to put in as dark themes as he could possibly manage. Just throw it all in there. Okay, so what else does he do, Ash? So he makes the underground his home. What else happens? Yeah. And I don't even mean to complain. I'm baffled by some of the choices. And I wonder how much of it's Isayama and how much of it was pressure. I know in an article he said about the Eren confession about Mika, that he's like, that took me completely by surprise. And I get that as a writer. Like, sometimes the characters you think it'll go one way, and then the character surprises you by going a completely different way. But it felt so contrived. It just felt like it's this last-ditch effort. He wants to show that he was still human at some point. He wanted to show that he did think of a normal life. But at that time, it's like, you didn't even consider it as... You didn't even fight for it. You just went belly up. You just rolled over and let everything go to shit. You didn't even fight for that possible future you wanted with Mikasa. You just went, okay, so in this memory, I do this, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. You want to talk about somebody that didn't have any free will, or, like he was trying to say Mikasa and Levi didn't have any free will because of their Ackerman bloodline. I'm starting to think that Eren just gave up his free will and did what he wanted because it was easier. He didn't want to come up with another solution. He was just too depressed about the whole situation. So he's like, okay, well, we're going to let this plan go. I like this plan. And it's simple, easy, and saves everybody I love. So he just went with that. He didn't even try to fight for anything else. He didn't even try to go for a different plan where everybody could have lived. Everybody could have had a good life. Wonder how differently season 4 would be if Levi knew. Well, for starters, I'm pretty sure Levi would have kicked the shit out of Eren several times to get him to knock off his cheap shit. Because the way Eren... nobody seemed to care how Eren was acting, which I thought was weird. Like, I have a feeling, just based off of past experience, like past context, Levi tried. I have a feeling Levi tried. But because he wasn't in a better position with Eren, he couldn't go as far as he wanted to in trying. So he eventually just came to the conclusion that Eren's not going to talk to him anymore. And he probably was hoping that Mikasa would, fill that hole and go and talk to him and get him to snap out of it. But she didn't do that either because for some weird ass... Well, no. because she doesn't go about it in the right way of asking him how or what he's thinking. So, yeah. Hi, Space Glitch. Awesome. Glad to see you. Sorry, some right to the list. Food here. Necessities. Ooh, I like it, Ash. It's really good. By the way, I don't know if anybody like who's been in these has been reading some of your stuff, Ash, but I've actually seen a couple of stories pop up where Aaron was living as a Titan and it's kind of like the Little Mermaid, being integrated into society as a human. I was like, oh, this sounds like something Ash would write. So I'm like, did you finally publish something you need to tell us? They're not exactly like your ideas, but I noticed after a while that there have been more fics about Titan Aaron becoming human Aaron, and I like them, and I like to think that you inspired that trend. Season 4 manga Levi said he had a lot to tell, and he had to tell an idiot something, and the only one he called an idiot. So it actually is confirmed that Levi did want to tell Aaron a lot. It's if you go to the wiki, it actually says that he wanted to find Aaron and talk to him and say a lot. And I'm like, I keep Googling. I'm like, what did he want to say? What did he want to say? What did he want to say? And there's nothing there. And I'm really upset that there's nothing there about what he wanted to say. I hope Isayama comes out in like a book or something and says what he wanted to say. So, oh my God, Space, I'm so sorry. At least with the diagnosis, you are able to receive treatment. So at least you're able to receive some treatment for it, and you're not just left out there wondering or possibly getting sick or something from this. So I'm sorry that you have it. I am truly, but I'm at least glad that there's some diagnosis so you can get help. And if you did publish anything, Ash, please let us know, because I've thought about reading them, but I have read a couple, and they're really good. So if you have, just let me know which one it is, because I might be subscribed to it. I don't know. I'm subscribed to a couple of those. Are you working again, Space Glitch? Are you at work tonight, or are you home? Are you with your boyfriend? I hope you're with your boyfriend. I hope you got to spend some good time with your boyfriend last couple of weeks. But yeah, sure. I'm really hoping that I tell you guys, I'd keep you wondering. Like I tell you guys, I'd keep you wondering if it's mine or not. Well, considering that half of the ideas that you have aren't in some of these, I'm like, I can probably eliminate a good majority of them as yours. Some of them I can kind of see being yours. So I'll keep an eye out, and maybe I'll comment and ask, are you my friend on YouTube who makes all these amazing stories and never publishes them? Yeah, sure. I hope that Isayama comes out and says what Levi wanted to say, because I've Googled that like crazy. Like, what did he want to say? What did he want to tell Aaron? And I think he did want to admit to something. One, to call him an idiot, because he's an idiot. And two, I think he wanted to confess something else, because we all know. I mean, Isayama even hints at it by saying that he is attracted to tall people, and Aaron's always been taller than him, and his ideal person, because he never said male or female, he said person, would be up to his cleaning standards, and the only one he thinks are up to his cleaning standards are Aaron. So right there, we have that. So I'm just gonna hold on to that for the rest of my life. At work, but on call. Good. I'm glad you're at least speaking with your boyfriend. At least he's there to keep you company. Wait, did you read the Beauty and the Beast themed one? There was one a really long time ago that I did read that was definitely Beauty and the Beast themed. Like it even stated it. Most of the time, the ones that I've been seeing are more like Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid. So yes, I did read one that was specifically Beauty and the Beast themed, but I haven't seen too many of those actually since. So maybe that was you. It was for a really long time ago. I'm pretty sure I still have it subscribed because I really wanted to finish reading it, but I never did. We all saw the chemistry between Levi and Aaron. There was more chemistry between them than there was Aaron and Mika, so that's for damn sure. And yes, and you guys. Okay. And after his last squad died, Aaron is the only one up to. Actually, he didn't even think anybody before Aaron was up to his standards. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure they would have said something. Like Hisayama would have said, before it was Petra or before it was Eld or whoever, and now it's Aaron. No, he only said Aaron. So I guess Aaron's the only one that tried hard enough. But that leaves the question, why did he try hard enough? Why did he try? Why would he care? I mean, you saw how Jean and Connie acted when they were all brought into Levi's squad about cleaning. Aaron just flat out asked them, did you dust off your shoes and the boxes before you brought them in? And they're like, no, why would we do that? And Aaron's like, oh, you guys are idiots. So obviously he cared enough to even try to teach he learned really quickly, and then he tried to teach the rest of the squad how to clean up to Levi's standards, and nobody was interested. So obviously Aaron did it for Levi. The author is just teasing us with an old ship thing. I think he was trying to maybe ship them more, but then everybody was like, no, we want Mikasa. And I think that was what kind of influenced it. Petra was never up to Levi's. No. It's sad. I want kids. I'm almost 17. Is it sad? I want kids and I'm almost 17. Sorry, I read that completely different. No, it's not sad at all. I would caution waiting a little bit. I would say give it 6 more months, almost a year, for dating, and then maybe once you guys are more settled and you're once your health is a little more stable, then maybe look into it. I'm not going to give anybody for actual life advice, but that would just be my recommendation: is wait it out. Give yourself some time to become settled in a relationship, settled with your health, and then maybe look into future stuff more. But it's not sad at all. I think it's really sweet. I mean, I knew I wanted to have my daughter with my husband relatively quickly. So, but I was 25, so I wasn't 17. The person I knew the person I was with when I was 17, 18. Wouldn't want had a kid with them, so I'm glad I didn't. We don't want Mikasa, we want Levi. Yeah, that's pretty much how that went. Yeah, nobody wanted Mikasa to be Endgame. We wanted Levi. We still want Levi. That's why. And I did check this because I was curious. So I went and looked how many people in it. Okay, so I'm mainly subscribed on Archive of Our Own, so I don't know about fanfiction.net, Wattpad, all that. But on Archive, which is probably one of the bigger, I'd at least like to think, or based on everything, is one of the bigger fanfiction sites. Levi and Aaron ship has 17,000 entries. Okay, 17,000. I checked the other ships. I checked Aaron and Mikasa. Barely had 10,000. I believe. Actually, I can double check those numbers. Last time I checked was a while ago, so it may have changed since then. Let's see, because there are some up here that are. Let's see. Okay, so I was wrong. I was a lot less. It's for Mikasa and Aaron, it's almost 3,700. Aaron and Levi is 17,038. And then let's see. I don't like to do this, but Trying to find the one that everybody else ships Levi with, which is Levi and Erwin. I hate that shit. Like, I really do. You want to talk about a power dynamic that's wrong? Is it weird? My friends called me the therapist of the group. I'm the one with depression money. Oh, I work. Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm on archive as well under Moonsword 1994. No, it's not weird that your friends call you the therapist. Sometimes the people who have better insight are the ones that are suffering themselves, which is unfortunate and a really bad double-edged sword. But at least it means that you're functioning enough yourself and that you're taking care enough of yourself that you can see into other people's issues while still handling your own. So it's a good thing. Sometimes people terrify me with who they ship people with. Like Armin and Erwin is a very, very common one. I get terrified of it. Okay, so Levi and Erwin, that's the one with 10,000. So Aaron and Levi still have the highest of the three biggest ships. Still have the highest. I don't want to look up Levi and Hanji because that just is weird. That ship is just weird. Like, I get it, I do, but no. I have a potential girl. Nice! Very good, Ash. You aren't ready for what, Tech? I'm worried because I'm scared when I'm Tech. I get that feeling. I've had that. It's no fun. It really isn't. But my best advice is just whatever comforts you the most. If it's like an object, if it's like a song or something, listen to it have it with you, whatever you need to do before you go into class. And maybe that'll help at least alleviate some of the panic. Can't say it'll get rid of all of your anxiety, but at least it will maybe calm you down a little bit to where you're not as anxious going in. So that's all I can really recommend. Okay, here's the thing. The song playing in the beginning, comment the store earlier, so I'm glad you go to the chapter to married. I'm sitting here. Go ahead and FaceTime him if you're not going to get in trouble at work, but that's really sweet. You tried the curry and it's like So before we left Denver, we went to an Asian market and I found a curry that sounded really good. It was apple and honey curry, and I guess it's really good. I get to try it after this. Weird ships of Italian and are Armin and Erwin and Hanji and Levi. Erwin is in his 40s and Armin is 50. Yeah. Curry should not be sweet. Yes, it should be. Curry should be many things. Curry is a lot of things. Oh my god. But I agree with you, Shar. Armin and Erwin is just weird. That just is weird. They're not. I mean, they're alike in the way that they want to, gain knowledge. But Erwin is very scrupulous if you look at it all. If you kind of lay it all down, and then Armin is very righteous, and he's very good, and he's very inclined to peace and inclined to the betterment of everybody, whereas Erwin is not. Sorry, I'm not even trying to be biased because of how I wrote Erwin. It's more like you look at what he does. You look at everything. He only became commander because he wanted to figure out the secret. He didn't do it for the good of humanity. He did it because he wanted to figure out the secrets his father got killed for. That doesn't sound like a really good reason to become commander of thousands of people and be responsible for all their lives, and then you just willfully sacrifice them for your own benefit. And then it got down to it, and you got tired of doing it because you got tired of realizing that you fucked up. And so you got out of it by going down to the blaze of glory. He's not a very good person. Armin is a fantastic person, though. And then Hanji and Levi. Yeah, I like them better as like kind of that brother-sister dynamic, or maybe, the parents of the group, but I ship them with other people. I ship Hanji with Moglet because nobody on this planet has the patience to deal with Hanji other than him. Levi does not. No. And then, of course, I ship Levi with Aaron because they balance. I don't know what it is about them, but there's just something between them. It just balances so well. It's literally yin and yang in some respects, but they balance each other really well. And I really like their dynamic. I like how they go together. Like Aaron just immediately, he becomes calmer. He becomes more level-headed around him. He thinks through the plans. He listens to somebody. He doesn't become as reckless, which is why I think actually Aaron was kept away from. I feel like there was something that happened because Levi would have talked him out of it. Levi would have done something, but he wasn't able to. So I feel like he was kept away from him, or Aaron kept himself deliberately away from Levi to make sure he got through with the rumbling. So, and Scott's is sick of Aaron's pranks. Decided to get him hardcore. Get back hardcore, you and Levi. It's a month-long prank. Let's keep him out. Nice. Did you know some people ship Petra and Hunter? I have seen that. It's not terrible. And then look at him feeling the train runs off. Oh, poor Aaron. I like it, Ash. It's really good. But yes, Shar, I did know about the Petra Hanji ship. It's not bad. I don't hate it. I don't like it as much as I do Moblet and Hanji, but I don't hate it as much as I do Petra and Levi. I hate that ship so much. Like, I get it. She was cute. She was sweet. She was really nice. But that's not Levi. And I know everybody's like, opposites attract. Opposites can attract, but that doesn't mean they work well for each other. A stomach bug. Yep, we all know what that's code for. And I agree, Ash's fanfics are amazing. But again, opposites can attract, but they don't work. They don't necessarily work out in the end. Aaron and Levi are very much alike. Like, more people tend to get along and have better relationships with people who are like them than people who aren't like them. Because of course you have opposites that can balance each other, but at the same time they're still opposites, so they're gonna be grading on each other the whole time. So Levi and Aaron both consider themselves monsters, and that's why they work well, is because they can accept that about each other but work to make each other better. They don't just sit there and say, yep, you're a monster and that's all you're ever going to be. They see past that. They accept that part of each other, but they can see past that, and they can work towards being more than just the monster they see themselves as. Or at least they would have if Isayama had given them a fucking chance. For me, it's Petra. Petra was cute. I didn't see it. She was so annoying. Got my forever. Annoying. I think that was the point. What do you think of the jealous evil ex of Petra and Levi? So that would have to imply that Levi ever actually wanted Petra. Which, I mean, I don't think he really did. And if he did, it was probably more one of those things like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to find a good girl and settle down. And then he met Aaron and he went, nope, scrap that plan. But I actually do like the idea of jealous Petra. It makes for really good reading. It makes for a really interesting. No. I agree with Wolf. I agree with you. I'm just saying that it still would have to imply that he was never interested in her. And again, I'm just like, no, there might be a reason they're exes, I guess. But I think it works really well. Jealous Petra in general just works really well. I feel like we got some of that in the show. If you watch some scenes, you can see that she's a little jealous of Aaron. And I still think that they were, so in that scene where they are all like, Aaron, trust us, don't, it feels like they were like trying to set him up for failure or something. And I feel like Aaron should have just trusted his instincts and gone Titan mode. I honestly feel like that. And I get why he didn't when Levi was there, because Levi could actually protect him. But when it was just the 4 or 5 of them without Levi, he should have gone Titan mode. He should have been like, okay, the person that's supposed to protect me isn't here, so I need to become the person that protects them. and he didn't, and they all got squished for it. Because they all wanted to selfishly think that they could take on Annie, and it's like, no, you guys couldn't even handle Aaron. They had to assign Levi to handle Aaron. You think you can take down this behind you? You're not even up to Levi's tier. So why did you even remotely think that you would be able to handle Annie? I don't know. I think that logic was skewed on that one. Plus, Petra gossips too much. Yeah, that was kind of bitchy of her. She just like, hey, I know this about Captain Levi, and here, you should know this. You should stay away from him because he's this former criminal from the underground that came kicking and screaming because of Erwin. Like, that's really showing you have some disrespect for him. If you call it, if that's what you say it is, or if that's what he lets you believe, then great. But the way you phrase it, you should probably watch it. A month goes by and everyone is looking for Aaron with no progress. A month goes by, months. Everyone we meet to set up Aaron. And yep, he knows. Oh please, Aaron can't and won't die easily. I mean, look at how long it took him to die in the series. Also, can I just point out that the 13-year rule is stupid? I get it was a reason to, continuously pass it on. But I have a feeling, I don't know. I feel like that was just something they came up with. Isabel and Farland should have lived. Yes, I agree. But they died to give Levi his awakening so he could be the badass captain. Because if any of you ever watched Attack on Titan No Regrets, Levi smiled a lot in that OVA. He smiled. He was happy with Isabel and Farland, and then they died, and then he was like, nope. He wasn't really ever happy again until his new squad. But, I mean, it would have been interesting to see Isabel and Farland interact with the 104th. I actually am reading a fic about that, but it's different. Everybody's aged up. Aaron's like 19, has powers. Levi's there, and they're training everybody and everything. So I'm like, I mean, this would be really cool. I love Isabel. Isabel was hilarious. She was wonderful. I think my favorite scene was she got hungry, so she started singing, but it's like screeching, and everybody's covering their ears, and Farland and Levi are both having like this broken explanation of why she's screeching, and it was because she was singing for her dinner, which is like what birds are supposed to do, or that's what she was told. I fell in love with Isabel for that. I thought she was fantastic, and I wish we got more. I wish we'd seen more. I wish they had lived. They were fantastic. And then Krista punched him. I mean, it's Krista. No offense to Krista in the series, but she's weak. I mean, before she became queen, she got one Titan kill, and that was it. And then she became queen, and then nope, no more. And then she was used to have the baby that would inherit Aaron's powers. So you can't convince me that's not why she was pregnant at that specific moment. It was that. It was just that. It was to inherit powers because they wanted to make sure it went back to the royal family, I guess. She would have gotten. I don't think Isabel would have gotten with Levi. I think Isabel would have gotten with Farland. They had better chemistry than Isabel and Levi. Levi clearly just saw her as like a little sister. It was very obvious in the way he treated her. Was he more affectionate? Yes, but it's like what you do when you're petting the annoying sibling. Like, yes, you're here, go away now. But I think Isabel would have gotten with Farland, and I think Isabel would have been like Aaron's best friend. Like, would have gotten along super well with Hanji, and then would have claimed Aaron as her own and been like, you are mine now, you're my best friend now, you are doing everything with me, we are going to have the best time. I think that's how it would have gone. I think it would have just off to no end, though. And I would have given money for that. You got to size 196 underground, coming across the streets of Aaron, it's attacked by 2 Titan kills 1 blue eyes. Ooh, nice. I'm liking where this is going, Ash. But I will have to get off in a few minutes, guys. But I'm really enjoying the conversation. Even though I keep playing on my phone, but... Aww. That's cute. I like this, Ash. I like this a lot. But that's my last time we rant about how Isabel should have lived because she would have been Aaron's best friend and Hanji's for sure. I have oh god, I wish we had seen them meet or interact or something because man, they would have been awesome. They would have been fantastic, and they would have driven Levi insane. And we really have to have more of that. If you really look at Isabel and Aaron, they kind of act similar. They do. They do. I agree. That is Aaron. I like that. Aaron would definitely be doing that kind of thing. But yeah, Shar, I think there's a reason because somebody pointed out it's like you have the group of three that was Isabel, Levi, and Farland. Then you have the group of three that's Armin, Aaron, and Mikasa, and you can obviously see the parallels. Farland's Armin, Levi's Mikasa, and Isabel's Aaron. So it's supposed to be continued. I feel like they are related. Maybe they were cousins or something. We don't know what Carla's family was like. Could have been kind of like what happened with Levi's mom, falling out, something like that happened. Carla's friend, like Carla's sister, cousin, whatever, ran to the underground, and Isabel happened. So we don't know. I feel bad that we don't know, but you might be right. Something here. But yeah, that would definitely make sense and explain a lot of things, like why they have a similar face and eyes and smile. But it would have to be from Carla because Grisha obviously never over. By the way, who else thinks that Grisha lived a lot longer than 13 years after he became a Titan? Because he had a lot happen to him in 13 years. Like, okay, so for 10 of those years, Aaron was there. So that means 11 years would have been, Carla being pregnant with Aaron. That would make it 11 years. And then that's 2 additional years. So, and in that time, he got across to Paradise Island, met up with Shadis, and then established himself as a doctor, fell in love with Carla, and they got married. Like, that seems like a lot to have happened in just 2 years. It's possible, but then you have 2 years of that, and then a year of them being married. She must have gotten pregnant with Aaron, right away. Otherwise, that doesn't make any sense. So then they had Aaron, and then we had 10 more years of Aaron before Grisha died, and then Grish, and then we've seen how people look when they're about to die from the 13-year thing, like Yuri. They get old. They get really old looking. Then they get bad looking, and Grisha didn't. Grisha looked good. Grisha looked fine. So I think they may have contrived the whole 13-year thing. I think it was more of a control thing. I honestly think it was a control thing. Fritz just was like, okay, or I don't even think Fritz did it. I think Marley did it, way back. I think Marley did the 13-year rule thing. Because look at the Tiber family. They always have somebody with the Titan, with the Warhammer. They never say for how long. So I think that the Tibers actually keep their Titan a lot longer. But that's why they don't know. That's why nobody knows who has the Warhammer Titan most of the times, because they don't want that out. That you're gonna live longer. We're just killing you off sooner because it's easy for control. I feel like if Aaron would have a child, they would take it away. He wants to try to fight for humanity. Depending on how the child came out, yes, I could agree with that. Like a toddler tired cleaning where I had left. Oh my god, I love it. Yes, agreed. Totally. He definitely had to live longer than 13 years. Mm-hmm. I share rose if not the scouts. True, but what if there was a spy who told me? Ooh, very good. See, you guys are coming up with great stories. Wasn't a Titan when he was found. Just when he found the reason. So, Grisha actually was a Titan when he came over to Paradise Island because he ate Aaron Kruger. who was the attack titan at the time, who looked pretty damn good too, just saying. It's Connie's dreams. But yeah, Aaron Grisha actually ate Aaron Kruger, and then yes, I hear you. And then he came over to Paradise Island from there, which they never said how long that takes. Like, they never said how long it takes for you to cross over to get to Paradise Island. So that could have been a year or more that he got over it. And then he happened to cross Shadis, who Shadis took him in, nursed him back, like, yeah, got him in. And then somehow he established himself as a doctor and married Carla really quick. Like, even if Carla was grateful to him for saving her parents, that was really quick. And then they immediately turned around and had Aaron. Like, that is insane. That is a lot to happen in just a few years before all you went. Like, the Attack on Titan universe wouldn't even happen if Ymir hadn't lived, right? It all revolved around a pig. Then wouldn't he get more years after eating another titan? You would think, but I guess that actually doesn't do anything. But I don't know. I feel like the 13-year rule is contrived for control purposes. They just went off at 13 because that's how long Ymir lasted. And like, okay, that sounds like a good enough reason. And like, yeah, this curse is because of Ymir dying after 13 years as the founding titan. No. I call bullshit. I call absolute bullshit. It was a control thing. It was absolutely a control thing. But my lovely little titans, I will have to leave you here, and we will pick this discussion up next week, hopefully, or in the Discord if you guys are interested. Nobody was being mean to Char Space. It was just they were saying something about they wanted to use an idea, so that was it. Nobody's being mean. Nobody's upset. I actually think Wolf's is pretty good. I mean, it would make sense, but they never elaborate. Again, I think it was a control thing. So I wish we could say we'll see, but no, this series is over. There's nothing there. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.